Lahore, widespread load shedding has been reported in urban and rural areas across Punjab as distribution companies, discos, grapple with an increasing gap in supply and demand. The situation is reported to be worse in rural areas, especially those covered by the Multan Electric Power Company, MEPCO, where at present discos are observing load shedding on an hourly basis and up to 16 hours in some areas. At the Islamabad talks this weekend, there was a lot to talk about. The occasion was historic, the first bilateral meeting between the US and Iran since 1979. The stakes were incredibly high and the coffee was expertly brewed. Yet, despite our nation's capital hosting its most important diplomatic event in recent history, some Pakistanis, true to their old habits, were more concerned about what female journalists reporting on the event were wearing. Islamabad, Fitch Ratings, one of the world's top 3 agencies, on Monday affirmed Pakistan's long-term foreign currency issuer default rating, IDR, at B, with a stable outlook. Pakistan's rating affirmation reflects progress on fiscal consolidation and macro stability measures, broadly in line with its International Monetary Fund, IMF, program and supporting its funding capacity, the US-based rating agency said. Cherry Tiggo 7 PHEV arrives at a defining moment for Pakistan's mobility landscape. As fuel costs continue to rise and everyday mobility becomes increasingly expensive, it introduces a smarter and more efficient way to move, one that reduces fuel dependence without compromising performance, comfort, or freedom. This dual capability is not just relevant, it is timely. At a time when both consumers and the country are navigating rising fuel costs, Tiggo 7 PHEV presents a clear and immediate solution. Delivering fuel savings of over 70%, it significantly lowers running costs while contributing to reduced fuel imports. For most daily use, the vehicle can operate in pure electric mode, enabling everyday driving without consuming fuel, while delivering a smoother, quieter, and more cost-efficient experience. It is no longer an alternative, but the most practical and immediate path forward. Geo News has been issued a show cause notice by the Pakistan Electronic Media Regulatory Authority, PEMRA, for airing content related to the death of Indian singer Asha Bansal, its managing director said on Monday. Ajar Arbaz, managing director of Geo News and president of the Association of Electronic Media Editors and News Directors, shared the news on X. Hungarian youths danced and sang in the early hours of Monday in central Budapest to celebrate the end of nationalist Prime Minister Viktor Orban's 16-year illiberal rule following a resounding electoral drubbing. Strangers high-fived each other's, cars honked, and youths ripped down government and ruling party anti-Ukraine billboards as many said they felt liberated. 3 cops were martyred, and 4 others were injured on Saturday after unknown assailants opened fire on a police vehicle in Gilgit-Baltistan's Dyma district, a caretaker minister said. The police team was on its way back from Thor village after destroying poppy cultivation, when unidentified assailants opened indiscriminate fire on the vehicle, caretaker Home Minister Sajid Beg told Dawn. Israel cannot live without an enemy, and its government is now trying to portray Turkey as one, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan said on Monday. After Iran, Israel cannot live without an enemy, Fidan said in a televised interview with Anadolu Agency. The US military said it would block shipping traffic in and out of Iran's ports starting at 10 MET, 7 p.m. PKT, on Monday, a move that would prevent roughly 2 million barrels of Iranian oil a day from entering the world's markets, further tightening global supply. Here are details on the planned blockade and its implications for oil markets. New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani marked his 100th day in office on Sunday with a rally to tout early successes and vow to follow through on his unabashedly socialist agenda. I know there are many who use socialist as a dirty word, something to be ashamed of, the 34-year-old told a packed room in Queens.